Right, so I've previously used both Brevo as well as Mailchimp, but honestly, in my opinion, there is a clear winner between these tools, so make sure to watch till the end to find it out. I will also leave you links to both Brevo as well as Mailchimp down below. You can use those links to support me and to get yourself exclusive discounts or a free trial. So first off, Brevo actually started out being an email marketing tool, but they've recently also kind of evolved into an all-in-one marketing suite, which is going to offer you quite a lot of other tools out there besides their email marketing platform. On the other hand, Mailchimp was basically the first email marketing tool out there. Mailchimp also was my first email marketing tool. So I've previously used Mailchimp, but I've actually switched, but more on that in just a second. So first off, Mailchimp does actually offer all sorts of different products. Right here you do have email marketing, websites, social media marketing, SMS marketing, marketing automation, and a lot of other tools right here. You can see the dashboard right here. I think overall the dashboard on Mailchimp is pretty intuitive and beginner friendly. I'm not that big of a fan of the dashboard overall. I prefer other kind of interfaces, but I think this is definitely going to get the job done, and it is really easy to understand if you are a beginner. Now, Brevo, when looking at the dashboard right here, in my opinion, this is also a really good dashboard. I actually slightly prefer this dashboard as it is just a little bit more intuitive. I think it does make more sense and does have more features sometimes, and I really just like the overall aesthetic which Brevo kind of goes for. Now, when looking at the features, basically both Brevo as well as Mailchimp do have kind of an all-in-one marketing approach. So it's kind of really hard to nitpick certain things, but when, for example, looking at A/B testing, Brevo also does have this. Customer journey builder, Brevo does also have this. Email builder, Brevo does obviously also have this, and when overall looking at the features, I think most of these features are going to be the same on both Brevo as well as Mailchimp. However, when looking at the pricing, this is where actually things get slightly different. So let's for example say that you do have 10,000 contacts, okay? So if you're just starting out, 10,000 contacts when looking on Mailchimp, right here, let's look at this. Compare all features, there it is. I don't know why they hide this. I think overall the pricing here is pretty bad. So when you have 10,000 contacts, you're going to have an essentials plan for $83 right here, which is however not going to get you all of the features. You are only going to have up to 4 journey points in the automations, only 3 seats, 3 audiences, and you're going to be capped at 100,000 emails sent per month. And actually, so you can basically view this right here, but overall I think the standard plan is basically going to be needed on Mailchimp if you're starting out and if you actually do want to take email marketing serious. On the other hand, Brevo is actually going to charge you based on the emails sent out. So if you're going to send out 100,000 emails, this is only going to cost you $50. However, it is also important to keep in mind that for these $50, you're going to have unlimited contacts. And if you, for example, do have 10,000 contacts available, maybe you don't even need 100,000 emails sent out. Maybe you only need 60,000 and so on. However, the starter plan right here on Brevo also is, I think, slightly, you're going to have a lot of features which you're going to really need in the business plan. So I usually recommend the business plan starting out. So let's actually compare this. Let's say you do have 100,000 emails, then you would have to pay $100. But in my opinion, if you do have 10,000 contacts, you won't really need 100,000 emails per month. That would mean that you would have to send 10 emails per customer per month. So let's say you do have 60,000, then this comes down to $70 per month, which in my opinion actually is quite more affordable, given that for these $70 per month, you're going to receive basically all of the features inside Brevo, whereas on Mailchimp, you will still have to upgrade to the premium plan if you do want to have more journey points, if you do want to have basically all of the features. So overall, I think both Brevo as well as Mailchimp are slightly more on the pricey side. However, both of these tools do have really strong features to kind of back off that price. One thing to keep in mind, with Brevo you are going to save 50% your first 3 months by using the code Krause. Now, when do I recommend each tool? In my opinion, if you're looking for an easy to use, all-in-one marketing platform for basically 95% of people out there, Brevo is going to be the perfect option. It is just super intuitive, beginner friendly, and also is pretty cheap given all of the features which you're going to get. However, if you're looking for the best email marketing platform out there, in my opinion, Mailchimp also isn't really, I can't really recommend Mailchimp for that use case, because there are still better email marketing tools out there, like ActiveCampaign, for example. If you're looking for the best email marketing platform out there, go for ActiveCampaign and don't go for Mailchimp. Mailchimp, in my opinion, also is just going to rip you off with their pretty high pricing for not so much features. That's also the reason why I personally switched from Mailchimp to another tool. Either way, I will leave you links to all of the tools down below. You can get yourself free trials, so I would recommend you to just try these tools out yourself to get an idea on how they are going to work.